Hey everybody, welcome to the free video. Let's take a quick look at the markets. Amazon, which was amazing, closed at about 1870 something. The expected move was $55, and at one point it traded as high as $2,133.74, which is something like 5 times the expected move, which has a 0.0025% chance of ever happening. What a crazy, crazy move. The all-time high here is at 2055. So I think tomorrow a potential trade, you can see right now it's trading bid-ask 2071. It's off about 60 points from its highs. But any pullback into the all-time high at 2055 is playable. You can sell put credit spreads, however you want to play that. But that is a trade that I'm going to be looking at for tomorrow. And then a lot of people asking about Tesla. Oh my gosh, Tesla's been so fun this year. What utter destruction from the shorts. Tesla's very, 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 very good about filling its open gaps. So there's an open gap here at 586. I'm looking at putting on some bearish butterflies. Nothing against Tesla. I understand the short, all that kind of stuff. It's just that Tesla's very good about filling open gaps. All right. You can see here, open gap. Let's fill the gap. Open gap. Let's fill, or getting close to it at least. So the idea here that I could put on some butterflies, and if they don't work, no big deal. But if it does work, it is a grand slam home run. That is very, very appealing. The other thing I'm looking at here too is if you take a look at the transportation sector, IYT, it is showing all kinds of divergent signs on the daily chart. We're through the 55. We actually punched through this. Now, believe it or not, the transports typically signal what's going to happen in the broader averages a couple of weeks in advance. So believe it or not, even though the market is incredibly bullish, I understand all that. I don't want to fight the tape. But I am setting up, and I'll do this in the room, I'll post them, but some bearish trades that over the next 3 to 4 weeks, I am actually, believe it or not, looking for a retest of the highs in the spiders, but from there, okay, looking for it to come back and then take out these lows and test that 55. There's a lot of cycles coming into play, a lot of other things that are setting up here, and from a psychological perspective, the complacency level in this market is near all-time highs, and you got to have that kind of stuff to kind of, keep things in check. So I like that because with a butterfly, it's one of those things where you're risking 1 to make 20. If it doesn't work, who cares? And if it does, it's like, oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Last but not least, one of my favorite short squeezes here is Peloton or whatever it's called. It's the bike. So it's got earnings next week. It has short interest that continues to climb. The carry fee for the short is getting prohibitive, and I am looking for some short covering into earnings and possibly a big move if their earnings are greater than expected to force shorts to cover. Holding through earnings is risky at best, so again, I'll talk about in the room how I'm going to structure that trade, but certainly holding a big one up into earnings. All right, let's take a look at a couple things here. Okay, 2 quick things. We've got a webinar on high short interest, which is going to be awesome. And we do have a live event coming up in Austin that I want to tell you guys about. So if you go to simplertrading.com/grow, there's a webinar. And you might be getting, by the time you get this webinar might already be happening or it might be over. It's Thursday, January 30th, which is today at 7 o'clock. It's okay. You can still go and register and see the replay. The best money that we've been making all year have been in stocks with high short interest. Tesla being a great example of this. We've had a lot of people asking about this. So Danielle, not only who has been trading this stuff aggressively, but she's also been out interviewing essentially short selling high short interest experts like on Wall Street. Okay, how can you tell when the short squeeze is about to happen? How do you know when your clients are starting to sweat bullets? That kind of stuff. And like cost to carry and all these things that come into play, which is great. So what she's going to be talking about is essentially how to grow your capital from other traders' pain. And believe it or not, the best moves that you're ever going to get in the markets are when the most people are experiencing the most amount of pain and they want to get out. And in the case of stocks like Tesla and frankly Peloton and a few other ones like that we've been stocking, you got a lot of people who are short who are wrong, or when they're wrong and they're panicking to cover. So you got their trying to get out, that's essentially market buy orders, and you have new buyers, and so you get greater than expected moves. So she's going to be talking about how to safely exploit these all-time highs without getting burned. her case studies and some of these trades that she's been making herself, how to stop missing big gap opens, and see how Danielle caught 3 in a row. Her tool that allows you to take advantage of high short interest. This is great because then you won't miss this stuff. And then also her big wins for 2019 and what she's stocking here. So simpletrading.com/grow, and you'll be all set and good to go there. And then just kind of a heads up, we've got our spring workshop coming up. We only do 1, maybe 2 live events a year. These are small. They're limited to 75 people. I do not like doing live events that are big and massive because I want to take time to get to know the people that are there. And this will be coming up April 19th through the 21st, and it's first come, first served, okay? So if you go to simpletrading.com/mentorship, it'll bring you to this page. There's a video here you can watch and kind of get a sense of it. The reason the live events are so good is that you're taking time out of your busy schedule to immerse yourself for 72 hours in your passion. And what will happen is when you're focused on something with no outside distractions for 72 hours, you make leaps of insight that normally takes 6 months to a year when you're doing it here and there. And that's why I like to go off-site when I'm trying to learn something, when I'm trying to master something like that. All of us from the office will be there. All of the traders, a lot of the group that are there too. That's why it's fun to do it in Austin. And these are great. We do a poker tournament which teaches money management. There's a couple of guest speakers we might bring in that's always fun. But the main thing is we get to hang out together, we get to trade together, and it's amazing. So again, first come, first served on that, and that's what that is. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you at the next update.